Hi folks, Space Kev here. Powerglove was recently in town on tour with Symphony X. I was lucky enough to be able to sit down with Basil, the drummer for Powerglove, and this is what he had to say.
I'm Basil Silver from Powerglove, and this is Black Wind Metal. Just asking me about different types of cheese. I was wondering of your take on Gruyere and Gorgonzola cheeses.
You know, it's a cheese. I'll eat it. I don't care what it is.
Well, I mean, we all used to play together in a melodic death metal band called Revengeance back when we were in high school, and we kind of started this as like a, it's kind of a fun side project. Alex sent me. He did a little guitar cover of Take Up the Cross from Tales of Fantasia, and I was like, oh fuck yeah, this is awesome, man. And I was like, oh dude, let's, I want to lay down some drums on this. So he came over and we recorded Dr. Wiley's theme and posted up online, and then people started to like it. We posted stuff online. We got like a small little community on our forum and a MySpace together, and the death metal band we were playing together and wasn't really going anywhere. So then slowly we all came together and just kept on doing it, and we solidified the lineup as us four, and put together more songs and started playing out, ourselves included. There's definitely a crossover with metalheads and nerds, and definitely ourselves included. We sit around playing a lot of video games and blasting lots of metal songs.
Is there any sort of licensing or anything issues that or legals?
Oh yeah.
The legal aspect, which I can imagine would be a total nightmare. What's it
like? It's a really complicated process. I mean, that's been one of the toughest parts of being in this band is making sure to do everything legitimately, and it definitely slows down the process. I mean, vastly slows down the process of putting out an album because we have to get the rights to everything. And the thing is, for some songs, when we're closer to a cover, you can get a direct mechanical license and it's fine. But then when there's more original material in there and more remixing, we have to get permission from the publishers and everything. So it's it's part of the process, and when it comes to doing what we love, it's worth it, and we'll do whatever it takes. But yeah, definitely it's a complicated process and takes quite a while. This last one, it was taking a really long time, so we just said we don't want to wait on it, and we just kind of started recording things. And we recorded the entire album before most of it was licensed, and we just had to wait before we could put it out to license it because we couldn't put it out until the licensing was finished. Future releases, hopefully we can get it cleared up before putting all that time into it, kind of worrying like, shit, is this gonna work out? But so I mean, it really just depends on where everything's at the time. We feel like with the type of band we are, with our live show, we just want to make sure people have fun, and we want to put on just more than a concert. We want to really put on a show, and we definitely always appreciated it when we went to go to a concert, and there's like so much more there. I mean, going out to Guar shows when we were kids, it was just like, holy shit, man! Look at all this. This is insane. There's just so much going on. These huge costumes and spraying the audience. We'd go in like a white shirt, they write Guar on it, and you're in a purple shirt by the end of the night, or like a bright red and green shirt. It's just like completely ridiculous stage show, and we were always just like, fuck yeah, that's awesome. This is great. They're doing something so much fun. We actually, our costume designer did work with some of the Guar costumes and stuff, and so. She goes by Katron. She also, we met her in Mass. We met her a bunch of times, just here and there in the scene and everything. And we were talking to her about the costumes. She mentioned that she worked with some of the Guar stuff, and we were like, hey, could you make up some costumes for us? And then we sat down at the drawing board and came up with some concepts and stuff, and kind of went from there. And over the years, we kept on building more pieces and stuff. Like even for this last tour, and for the video, we got some new costumes made and some extra additions and things, and just kind of keep going with it. We really just wanted to have a really over the top stage show, and we tend to kind of cram as much as we possibly can into whatever space we have. And we brought out 4 big props on this tour, and it basically, depending on every stage, we're like, all right, how many can we fit today? We're like, a little smaller stage, all right, we'll try to get 2 in there, like just cram it in and just put as much as we can. I actually, our mascot Zebediah, I painted pixel by pixel this huge version of him, and he ended up being this big floating head over the stage and everything. So just as many like crazy ideas as we can come up with, we'll just kind of go to town with it and just have a lot of fun. one place that I feel like if we're gonna kind of splurge on something, it's worth it, because we want to really we want to put on as fun of a show as possible for who's coming out to see it. You know, like we want someone to really get their money's worth for the tickets, so we kind of try to go as all out as possible and really, you know, kind of go nuts, which is why we always bring, you know, as many props as we can, the big costumes, and we always bring out, you know, inflatable weaponry for people to fight with and stuff, and you know, throw Starburst out into the crowd.
You guys have, I looked at I was meeting at the merch table, you guys have some awesome merch, the sword and the hammer.
Yeah,
that's just
new, that's a new addition to it.
That's stuff that you just don't see on anybody's merch table. I mean, occasionally the belt buckle and sticker, but you know, that stuff is awesome.
Yeah. So now we have the foam weaponry at the merch table. So if you want like a one-up from the inflatables that we threw out, you can, you know, pick up like a foam sword or hammer and kick everyone's ass with it. We get these huge bags of Starburst. We order like incredible amounts of it every tour, just in bulk. And you know, I think this tour we went for the tropical flavors. It kind of, you know, it depends. Each tour is different. Or they sometimes have just the big mix bag, which is everything. My personal favorite is the sour green apple. I just like chow down on those things. So, but we try not too much. Try not to get diabetes all in the way. Hey, you know, if it makes it more fun, whatever. If people are like, oh, these guys suck, and we're like, hey, candy. They're, oh, candy, cool. Oh, these guys aren't that bad, you know. I haven't actually used much PSP. Chris has a bunch of DSs, so we end up doing a lot of DS gaming in the van. I got really into iPhone gaming recently. I just got an iPhone 4, and it's been really cool to play. There's been a lot of games where you can connect them via Bluetooth, and you can play shooters together and stuff. I mean, the technology's been flying in the mobile world. It's really cool. There's some games that the graphics are coming up on the console graphics, and I'm just looking at these things like, Jesus, like in this little thing, really, like it's really impressive. But there's a lot of really fun games. And what's really cool about it is you can just kind of pick it up and put them down in 2 seconds.
You talking the portables?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You know, DS games or iPhone games and things like that, it works really well for being on the road, because, you know, if we have like 3 hours of downtime, you can be playing and suddenly someone's like, dude, we gotta get on stage. I'm like, oh shit, you can just put it down immediately and go do it, as opposed to, you know, some console games you get really immersed in, there's the whole setup and everything. But yeah, I mean, mobile gaming is great for the fans.
I asked about you guys' visit to Game Informer.
Yeah, we just went there this morning.
Where are they? They're in
Minneapolis? Right? Yeah, right across the river.
You know, I think one of the editors over there, Tim Turry, is a friend of ours. He's a big metalhead.
Okay.
So I think he got in contact with us a while ago, but I've been reading Game Informer since I was like 10 years old, man. Like, you know, I'd need it to figure out how to get through. I remember, like, man, I had like a guy they had for what the hell? Ocarina of Time, man. Yeah. And like, that was like my Bible, and I lost it, and I got stuck in the game, and I like wanted to kill someone. I ended up calling this Nintendo hotline that was like $5 a minute. And like, you know, of course they give you like, you know, tell you what to do like as slow as they possibly can. I think I ended up charging my parents like a couple $100 or something.
Personal, if there was a video game character to make real, it'd be Tifa from Final Fantasy VII. If she was real, my life, I'd be chasing her my whole life.
What about you?
Oh man, I like Barrett. Like, you know, I don't know.
You'd be chasing Barrett.
Yeah, I'd be chasing Barrett.
him down, jumping him.
Of course, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean, like, I don't know. As far as like, he was an awesome character, and like, you know, kind of reminded me of Mr. T.
I'm very thankful for the guys in Powerglove, especially Basil, for taking the time out of his day to talk with me about life on the road, video games, the whole shebang. Definitely go see the band when they come through town. They put on a very, very fun live show, and you won't be disappointed.